This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we talk allergies with a doctor from Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara. We start with headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. That major brush fire last Friday in Foster Township has now been ruled arson, and investigators need your help to find the fire starter. More than 100 firefighters from 20-plus fire departments battled the brush fire that threatened about a dozen homes on Autumn Mountain. 2 firefighters received flash burns but are okay. Again, that fire has been ruled arson, and for the complete story, go to standardspeaker.com or read it in Friday's edition of the Standard Speaker. We move on with more headlines now. A Hazel Township plant is shipping some much-needed help to tornado victims in Kansas. A truck loaded with 260,000 pure protein bars is headed to Baxter Springs in Kansas from the NBTY plant in the Humboldt Industrial Park. The Kansas community had just minutes to prepare for a devastating tornado that injured dozens and damaged about 100 homes on Sunday. NBTY President Glenn Schneider says the company is partnering with Feed the Hungry to provide balanced nutrition to victims and relief teams. The bars, valued at $300,000, are made at a plant in Amityville, New York, and stored in Hazleton. NBTY also sent protein bars to Arkansas on Tuesday. A Freeland veteran needs your help to find veterinarian needs your help to find a home for 2 dogs. The pet's owner, a longtime client of the Northeast Animal Hospital in Freeland, can no longer take care of them and has asked to have them put down. Veterinarian Dr. Deborah Torstrup-Nehe says that, or seen here in the photo with the 2 German short-haired pointers named Dove and Morgan, says the woman surrendered 3 dogs to the animal hospital because of financial difficulties. One of the dogs has been placed, but Dove, age 8, and Morgan, age 7, are still in need of a new home. Anyone interested in adopting these dogs can call the Northeast Animal Hospital at 636-1877. Fire broke out around 10 p.m. last night at Hart Metals on East Broad Street in Tamaqua. The company manufactures magnesium powder. This is video and photos courtesy of TamaquaArea.com. Firefighters were seen wearing air filtration masks on scene. No word on the extent of damage or the cause. Shenandoah residents are resting easier after an alleged murder suspect was apprehended in New York. According to state police, Luis Ramos Nunez Calderon was wanted in the murder of 38-year-old Wendy Contreras Hernandez of Shenandoah. Well, he was apprehended in New York City. Nunez Calderon will be formally charged with homicide, brought back to Schuylkill County, and arraigned. About 50 people came out to the Hazleton One Community Center last night to take part in Mayor's Night In. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi and members of his administration hosted the hour-long public question and answer session. Topics range from filling potholes to regionalization of fire services, with street conditions high on a list of priorities for those in attendance. The kitchen at the Salvation Army in Hazleton will be closed for about a month due to renovations. That means it will have to find a temporary location to serve its hot meals, which average about 100 a day. Until then, they will continue to hand out bread and pastries between 10:30 and 11:30 a.m. to people in need. The Salvation Army does remain open for emergency assistance. This next story is brought to you by viewers like you. Well, it's brought to you by WVIA, who is brought to you by viewers like you, so you get it. WVIA stopped by Arthur Street Elementary School on Wednesday as part of their WVIA Club in the Classroom project, and they brought Curious George with them. The kids each got a picture with George and a free book. The kids also learned about shapes. This program aims to bring all the PBS Kids characters that children see on WVIA into their classrooms, incorporating fun activities to show kids that learning is fun. Well, my allergies have been driving me nuts this year, so I am very happy for our next guest, who is joining Lisa Sugar.
Well, we all welcome the warm weather that is finally here, but one thing that comes with it that we don't welcome as much are allergies. And 'tis the season for allergies. I'm pleased to welcome right now Dr. Steve Glicken, who is the Chair of Pediatrics for Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Dr. Glicken, we're there. We're at the start of allergy season. Is that correct?
We absolutely are. We've had the first batch of kids coming through and their parents coming through with mainly nasal allergies and a little bit of eye allergies.
How serious of a problem is this?
It's mostly a major nuisance and a really terrible nuisance for a few people. Probably about 10% of the kids I see have some symptoms of allergy. Not all of them need treatment because it's very mild, but a few of them are so miserable that treatment really improves the quality of their life.
Are in fact more people developing allergies, or are we just saying that because we have like cold symptoms?
I think it's like talking about the weather. I think the number of people with allergies is fairly constant. When we're talking about aerosol allergies, like we see now with pollen. This time of year, it is overwhelmingly tree pollen. And we're talking about the kind of trees that don't have pretty flowers like fruit trees. We're talking about maple trees, oak trees, alder trees, ash trees, that sort of thing, that manage to reproduce themselves by putting enormous amounts of pollen in the air in the hope that a grain of pollen will get to some other tree's flower.
I was talking to you earlier and you said, we don't know if it's going to be a bad season or not. We can't predict that in advance.
No, the only thing that seems to be useful in prediction is how wet it is. And we had so much snow this past winter, the trees are going to be enormously healthy, and they'll probably just burst their little hearts putting out pollen. There are three major nasal symptoms. Number one, sneezing, which is almost always a mark of allergy. Second, congestion, which is when you feel that you can't breathe, but when you try to blow your nose, nothing comes out. And the third, pardon the expression, is mucus. Some people produce an enormous amount of mucus, and it's often green with allergy. The other main symptom is in the eyes with redness, itching. Sometimes mucus comes out of the eyes, and in the very worst cases, the surface of the eye can become swollen and looks like jelly in the eyes, but that's rare.
And what do people do?
What people can do, you can start by taking an over-the-counter antihistamine. There are several brands. I'm not going to pick out one as being the best. This is often all you need for mild nasal allergies. For the eyes, there are over-the-counter drops you can try. And if it's worse, if there's a lot of discharge, a lot of mucus, and the over-the-counter medications don't work, then you talk to your doctor about things like nasal sprays, eye drops, etc., that are somewhat stronger.
All right, well, some very important information in regards to dealing with allergies, and always the best advice, I guess, go see your doctor.
I hope so.
All right, thank you, doctor. Reporting for FYI, I'm Lisa Sugart.
Thanks, Lisa. Now, tonight's From the Mayor's Desk comes from Freeland. I want to tell you about a Borough Council meeting that will take place tonight. It's at 6 p.m. at the Ambulance Building at 417 Johnson Street in the Borough. And here's what the Standard Speaker is working on for Friday's newspaper, a multilingual prayer event that is being held today in the city of Hazleton to mark the anniversary of National Prayer Day, or Day of Prayer. You can read about it in Friday's edition of the Standard Speaker. When we come back from a little break, Janine will join us with Drama in Motion. And in sports, we'll take an in-depth look at the Penguins' big playoff victory on Wednesday night.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
And we're back here on Thursday. We talk about dance with Drama in Motion right here in downtown Hazleton, and Joelle is back, and we're going to have some girls talk with us today. So what's the group we have with us?
This is a group, their name is Attitude, and most of them have been with me for a better part of 10 years, some of them a little less. These girls come to the studio 5 to 7 hours a week, and they work on many different forms of dance.
All right, and I'm going to interview some of them now. We're going to see if we're going to have a bad attitude or a good attitude, right? So I'm going to start with you. What's your name?
Carly.
And how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing here for 10 years.
10 years. And what do you like most about dance?
I like how beautiful you feel when you dance, and like you can just forget about anything and just dance.
Very good. Your name?
Jackie.
Okay. Some of you are going to ask your names, and some of them are going to ask questions. Your name?
Mattia.
Mattia. That's an unusual name.
Yeah.
What do you like best about dance?
Well, I love most about dance is I meet so many nice people, and just
Nice people here. What else?
Nice people, and like she said, the way you feel, like you forget about most
Well, you
your
look beautiful.
problems. Thank you.
I love the costumes. Your name?
Megan.
Megan.
Callie.
Callie.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. All right, I'm going to stop at Lindsay, and I'm going to ask Lindsay, for all those little girls out there looking that might be interested in dance, or maybe someone your own age, why would you recommend dance for them?
I would recommend dance because dance just lets you sort of like express yourself in a different way. Like you can take many different forms of it. So if you don't like one type, you can always take another type, and it's just really cool. Like, and a lot of times it could be cultural, like Irish. So you're learning a lot while dancing.
Very good. Nate?
Maria. Nina. Casey.
All right, thank you, girls. We're running out of time, but I know that they're in strict fifth position, I'm told here. So that's what I've learned so far.
right,
I'm
that's
learning
right.
the terminology with Joelle.
are.
Next week, we're going to talk about safety.
Safety. We're going to finish talking about safety in the classroom.
All right, and maybe one of these times we'll have me in a tutu or something funny.
Oh, yeah.
Join us then.
Absolutely.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
The rain finally let up, and it seemed like there was construction everywhere today. The crews are working hard so we can have some nice roads to cruise on this summer. Here's FYI weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with the low going down to 47. On Friday, there is a slight chance of showers, but the day will be partly sunny with a high near 58. Will be windy with wind gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly cloudy, low around 47. Saturday, 40% chance of showers, high near 60. On Saturday night, there's another chance of showers. The low will get down to 40. For your Sunday, 30% chance of showers, but the day should be mostly sunny. High near 56. Sunday night, partly cloudy, low down to 35. Starting a new work week, Monday will be mostly sunny with a high near 58, and Monday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 36.
Once a month, a church at our area opens its doors to bring in people for a delicious free luncheon. And they're going to be doing it again this coming Sunday, and that is Community Bible Fellowship Church at 458 West Spruce Street in Hazleton. Wes Katansky is with us, and Wes is a deacon with the church and very active in this program. Wes, you're going to have another wonderful luncheon on Sunday, but before we even get to that, you had the Easter dinner. How successful was that?
Oh, it was great. We fed like over 300 people. Everybody, you know, from takeouts to delivery, everything went well. We had all the volunteers we needed in place, and it went so well. Everybody was happy, so.
Very glad to hear that. And on the first Sunday of each month, you open the doors to the church for people to come in for a delicious free luncheon. You're doing it again this coming Sunday, May 4th, but it'll be a little different, simpler menu, all because of a very important reason the day before. So tell us what happened and why things are changed this time.
Okay, this time we had changed things around because a fellow parishioner had passed away, fishing accident, and everybody's like still grieving from this. So what we want to do is just have like a simple bag lunch this Sunday, and then start next month we'll resume our regular menu. But yeah, we just had this because of a fellow parishioner and that we love so well and well respected and stuff like that.
And the gentleman that you lost?
Yeah, the gentleman we lost, his name was Paul Orvac Sr., and he was just an all-around great guy. He was a cool guy. Always had a smile on his face, always had a handshake, a hug for you, and he's going to be greatly missed.
So the memorial service, if anyone wants to attend then, is taking place Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon at the church at 1 o'clock, yeah. We have a memorial service for him, and yeah.
He loved fishing, you said, so
fishing
that was
and hunting was his big passions, yeah. But yeah.
So a terrible accident.
Terrible
lost his
thing
life.
had happened, yeah, and yeah,
Well, I hope a lot of people will come out for the ceremony, the memorial service on Saturday, and then on Sunday you have the luncheon, but it'll be a simpler menu because you'll be preparing for the memorial the day before.
Exactly. That's why we just made it simple this time around. And like I said, starting in June, we'll resume our regular hot meals we always had.
Okay, so this Sunday from 12 until 2,
12
correct?
until 2,
You'll
yep.
be having the luncheon, and this time it's tuna sandwiches, tuna salad, macaroni salad, bread, desserts, and drinks, and you don't need a reservation, you just show up.
You just show up. If you're hungry, and yeah, just show up and we'll take care of you, yeah.
All right, great food and fellowship always with the church.
Yes, always.
Wes, come back and tell us about anything else you have coming on.
I will do
and
that. Thank you.
remember, each first Sunday of the month, they offer this free luncheon to everyone, so hopefully you'll come out and share some fellowship and food with them.
If you feel like being artsy this weekend, why not drop by the Hazleton Art League on Broad Street in the city? The Hazleton Art League has a geisha exhibit going on right now, offering a collection of photographs by a renowned Japanese photographer. The exhibit is running until May 11th. For more information, you can contact Mark Charles Rooney at the Art League manager at 817-1075. The Art League is open Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And now your midday Pennsylvania winning lottery numbers: 877, the Big 4 5160, Quinto 22699, and Treasure Hunt 612 18 23 30. Sports is coming up when we come back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
When the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins play the Binghamton Senators in Game 4 of their Eastern Conference quarterfinal on Friday, they should just start the game in overtime, and the first team that scores wins. What a series it's been between these two division rivals, with every game so far going into overtime. Here's a look back at the Penguins' 3-2 victory in Game 3 that put them up 2-1 in this best-of-5 series.
It's fitting that hockey is played on ice because sometimes the sport can be so cold. After scoring an equalizer in the third period, the Binghamton Senators came oh so close to taking Game 3 on the road.
From what I'm understanding, it was an initial shot. Reed McNeil said he blocked it. It popped back door, and then it was very similar to their second goal. A bounce back door, and they're opportunistic. I just came across as hard as I can, and goalie coach Mike Buckley told me I got to stick out there and made the save.
Then on the other end, this happened.
Hockey's momentum, and as a goalie, you try and make that one save that could change momentum, and he made some big saves on their penalty kill, and they came back on the shorthanded one to tie it. So it goes both ways, and we're just fortunate tonight to get the bounce and get the win. So that's it.
That's Connor Sheary skating around in his first career playoff game. He set up the game winner for the Pens. After the game, he talked about what it was like to get the start in Game 3.
I was really excited. I think I texted my family within like a few minutes of leaving the rink. I was really excited, so I'm glad that they got to come down and see this for me as well, and it's an honor.
It was Chuck Kobasu who sent the Penguins and their fans home happy on Wednesday after their third straight overtime playoff game.
The overtime games, is it exhausting on the legs in that, or is it adrenaline kind of just keeps you guys going, you don't worry about that?
Yeah, I think we've done a good job rolling 4 lines, keeping everyone involved, and I don't know what the overtime went tonight, but the last 2 I think went about half a period, so I think they get pretty tiring when you get into that second and third overtime, and hopefully we can avoid those.
One of the reasons the Penguins are going into Friday night up 2-1 is that they were able to hold the Senators scoreless on the power play. Binghamton had 3 power play goals in the first 2 games. The Pens had 0. On Wednesday, the Penguins turned the table and finally broke through on the power play with Nick Drazenovic's first period goal.
Penalty kill did a real nice job. Our power play had some good looks, and unfortunately the puck's not going to the net for them, but it's something that we want to make sure it's not focusing on not scoring, it's focusing on getting scoring opportunities right now there. And our PK came up big. Anytime you can hold that team to no power play goals, your penalty kill did a hell of a job.
After the game, the Pens goalie Peter Menino finished almost all of his answers by basically saying Wednesday was a good win, but it's now time to move on. If the Penguins win on Friday, they'll be doing just that, moving on to the Eastern Conference semifinals.
We want to enjoy this tonight, but at the same time, coming into the game, we said win or lose, we want to play a certain way, which we did, and the fact that we won the game is always better than losing it, but we got to make sure we're ready to go on Friday.
Game 4 on Friday is at 7:05 at the Mohegan Sun Arena. Here's a quick reminder to check Facebook for sports content every now and then. I'll throw a gem on there, so keep your eyes peeled. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. 2 announcements for this evening. First, the Wiltsey Center will be holding a Rock the Castle event on Sunday, May 18th. 3 great musical acts will be performing: Kira Krakoweski, Rail, and Cartoon. Doors open at 5, music starts at 5:30, and tickets will be available at the door for only $10. More information, check out wiltseycenter.org. And finally, the Greater Hazel Township Babe Ruth League is still accepting registrations for any 16 through 18-year-old interested in playing in the Valley Babe Ruth Senior Division for this upcoming season. Registration will be held Saturday, May 3rd at the Hazel Township Commons Building from noon to 2 p.m. Copy of birth certificate and a fee of $125 will be needed. More information, please call 570-401-9973. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mark H. Sabo, formerly of Drums. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. And Daniel J. Elko Jr. of McAdoo. Funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. Call Smilax for all of your special events, 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now in News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Dana Fetter of Barnesville. Dana, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Did you know that electric service for PPL Electric Utility customers is getting more reliable? We continue to make important investments in our systems, such as installing new equipment and trimming and clearing more trees around power lines. It's starting to pay off. Both the number and duration of power outages declined significantly last year. How can you help? With the warmer spring weather, many of you are outside gardening and planting trees. When planning your landscaping, consider the mature height and width of a tree. Trees are the most common causes of power outages. It's important to know where and how to safely plant, care for, and maintain trees when you are near a power line. With key investments in our systems, tree-related outages were down 43% last year compared to the average of the previous 3 years. If you have questions, PPL Electric Utilities professional foresters can advise you on how to select the proper tree. For more information, visit pplweb.com/vegetation. And always call PA One Call at 811 at least 3 business days before you dig for planting or other outdoor projects. At PPL Electric Utilities, we're focused on continuing to provide safe and reliable service. You deserve no less.
Starting Saturday, you get to spend the weekend with us, and if it's cool after FYI weekend is over, I like to watch soccer. FYI weekend kicks off at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and we're starting a new contest called Selfie Saturday. And for more information on that, go to our Facebook page. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take it easy.